The love of God finds its most profound and life-giving expression in the birth of Christ. Such love is a mystery beyond our understanding, and certainly beyond our deserving. This arrival of God's love in the incarnation of Jesus is at the heart of these final days of Advent. Unfortunately, our preparations for Christmas have taken on so much secular and commercial baggage, it is difficult to see that the birth of Christ reveals the truest love that ever was. To help us understand the role that love played in the birth of Christ, on this last Sunday of Advent, we hear the story of Joseph, husband of Mary. Joseph was a remarkable man who not only took on the hardships of the trip to Bethlehem and the flight into Egypt, but spent his entire life caring for the Holy Family, without any promise of reward or glory. His only motivation was his love of God and his love of Mary. How many of us would have taken on as much as he did? We would want to know more about what the purpose is and what the outcome would be. To love as Joseph loved, we would have to rely on faith. And it is often a lack of faith that keeps us from accepting those challenges of love that can change the course of our lives. Joseph had faith. Joseph not only believed that God was behind what he was asked to do, he knew that God was intimately involved in every part of his life. He trusted in God's love for him, and so he was able to act in love to protect Mary and Jesus. God still speaks his message of love to us through Jesus, much more often than we realize it. It is unfortunate that we do not always act on that message of love with the same trust as Joseph did. We try to manage our love, to maximize its benefits for ourselves. If love seems to be drawing us towards some action, we weigh the benefits, the time, the effort involved. And if it looks like there is more sacrifice and reward, we reject it. We see love as a search for endless self-fulfillment, one that is never fully achieved. And because it isn't fully achieved, we carry around in us a certain emptiness, a sense that something is missing. We experience a restlessness, an unease, an incompleteness. Through the birth of his Son, God's love breaks into the anxious silence of our lives. We can hear that message of love if, like Joseph, we let our faith guide our hearts. God is asking us to let Christ be born out of the emptiness which we all carry inside of us. That is what Advent itself is all about. In the emptiness of our own lives, something new, something great is waiting to be born. In these last days of Advent, God is sending us a message. He wants to bring the love of Christ into the world through us. All we have to do is open our hearts to receive him.